it's Worf, the Worf, played by the guy, you know, the Worf guy that plays Worf, and he's going to be doing the voice, and we'll be talking to him, interacting, me, Worf, you know, running around through a field with flowers, chatting. Well, kinda, but we are going to be doing a mission with him as I attempt my first featured episode, which is going to be a cool new experience. We're going to upgrade our ship, we're going to be travelling further than we've ever travelled before, and mucking about with a new and mysterious gateway. So please join me, Star Trek Online, Part 12. Well, greetings. These are the episodes of Lieutenant Commander TheAdiposeTV. Now, I have just been having a little look through my wonderful little spaceship, and I have gone back to the cannon route. If I show you my beautiful little ship, I've gone back to the dual cannon route, and I've gone 3 dual heavy cannons Mark III at the front of my ship. I couldn't afford the Mark IVs, but I've gone 3, so we're going to be far and forward. Wasn't able to afford a turret at the back, but as soon as I can, I will grab one, which will be pretty cool. And I put in the only science console I had. Now, I did consider going back and kind of scavenging out of my old ship, the USS Surrender, but I kind of decided I'd kind of like to leave that ship intact, you know, in case I want to use it in the future for whatever reason. I don't want to kind of have a completely bare ship, so I'm going to leave that one as it is with all of its Mark II bits and pieces. And we'll work the rest of it out from here. Now, this was our new Klingon officer from last time, our new little tactical dude, big forehead and stuff, in a very deep voice. And now he is given me, or is it tactical team number 1? But because we're going all cannons, Thalassa's less useful now with this high yield torpedo thing. We're not really using torpedoes at the moment, but so I've been looking through the possibility of retraining her and giving her like an extra an ability that's actually going to be useful when it comes to the cannons. Now, I believe, give her, as I'm using these cannons, there doesn't seem to be any cannon abilities that I can give her with the in the ensign ability. Like if you're an expert in Star Trek Online, then you know, do let me know. But I don't think there's any here that are particularly going to aid the cannon stuff. However, what I can do, you know, is have something that's not related to cannons, but also not related to the torpedoes, because obviously I'm not using the torpedoes. There's various things for beams, but of course I'm not using beams either. They're all kind of they're all cannons, and it's sort of, if you're just going to scroll down, it's beam, 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 beam. Now I could give her tactical team 1 as well, which would then kind of double up the tactical power, so that would be a possibility. But what a few of you guys have been recommending to me, if I scroll down into the Lieutenant category, I think it is, excuse me if I'm wrong, is something called Scatter, Cannon Scatter. If we just scroll down again, I think I can show you down here. If we get into the cannon section, we've got Cannon Rapid Fire, which I assume is going to make it go blah 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 blah. And then we've got one called Cannon Scatter Voller, which fires a cone area of effect cannon spray centered on your target. Now, I've got to be honest, I don't really see why that one is better than that one. However, you guys are the experts, not me. You've been playing for longer, so I shall purely go for the advice here, and I will get Thalassa to learn this particular skill. We're going to hit train. It's going to cost me 150, and she has done so. And while we're here doing a bit of retraining, then why don't we give her tactical team as well, and just see how that works. So I'm assuming we can train her back in the future if we wish. Ta-da! She has been trained, but I believe in order for her to be able to use that particular ability, we're going to need to promote her to a higher rank. So we'll click on Thalassa. We're going to promote her from cadet to lieutenant. We'll hit promote, and hopefully everything is now happy. Next time we go into space, we should have both of those abilities. So let us head to the back to the USS Hastings, and we're not going to carry on with the main plotline today because there is I think what they call a special episode, which sounds to me like someone having an epileptic fit. But apparently, a special episode in Star Trek Online is something that's not connected to the main plotline and is a little bit special. So if I click on all the the mission stuff over here, and then click back onto episodes, you'll see this one here, Sphere of Influence. It's a featured episode, not special episode. Okay, that does sound a little bit less like some sort of upset, but this has got Worf in it. Yes, the Worf, the actor, Michael Dorn apparently is in this, and it has minimum Lieutenant Commander rank 10, and you'll see in the corner, I am level 11. Now, as I'm literally one level into the possibility of this, I'm wondering if I'm going to get my butt kicked. But then I thought, what the heck? But that's one of the reasons why I've kind of upgraded my ship, because I want to try and make it as likely that I will survive as possible. So let's hail Titan and get this on the road. Well, here he is. Looks like some sort of kind of Romulan dude. I'm not really sure how to do his voice, but I guess it's kind of very serious. Anyway, so he says, the gateway discovered beneath the surface of New Romulus is prepared and ready for the activation. Because the Romulan Republic is dedicated to sharing the gateway, and we all learn from it with our allies, we are inviting representatives of the Romulan Republic, Federation, Klingon Defense Force to join us on New Romulus for the first trip through the gateway. I would be honored if you would join us, Lieutenant Commander. This mission can only be completed as a single player. Go to New Romulus, which is located in the Tadawa sector block, and attend the dedication and reactivation of the Iconian Gateway. You will receive more points than you've ever seen in your life, and I'll be able to select very rare stuff, which is quite cool. So we shall accept that. And he speaks more. Greetings, Lieutenant Commander. The Republic is in need of your aid with the Iconian gates beyond New Romulus. Have you ventured down to the gateway chamber yet? They're waiting for you to arrive. Oh, he's speaking to me more. When we found the Iconian Gateway, we thought of it as a means to re-establish ourselves as a power in the quadrant. It would open up new opportunities and help us prosper. I never imagined it would nearly destroy our new home so soon after we found it. I do not know what lies beyond that gateway exactly, but privilege screens are nothing short of outstanding. Blah, 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 blah. Sub-Commander Kaol is in the Journey system with further information about the implications of the Gateway Network. If you have questions, find him. Right. Okay, cool. So we need to go to... We need to depart the space. And we need to get travelling as someone buffs me for something. Because I have been buffed. Which I'm sure is not necessarily something I'm going to need particularly while in space dock. But ours is not a reason why. Ours is simply to do and perhaps to fly. And off goes someone else into the little transwarp system. So let us see where it was we must go. So Sphere of Influence, we shall make our... Oh, looks like I can turn in a load of stuff there, but I'll do that another time. I shall make that my primary mission. And I need to travel to New Romulus, which is located in the Tower sector block. I haven't been over to the Romulus stuff before. This is quite exciting. Where's that then? New Romulus in the Tau-Dua. Oh, that's over here in the purple stuff. New Romulus. Now, I wonder if that's this Selene Tyson sphere thing. Oh, hey, we got 2 tower block. It's in the... It's not the Azure one. It's the... Oh, it just says just to New Romulus. So it's all the way over here. So this is going to be a bit of a trek. So a Star Trek, in fact. Anyway, actually, just what I do is I head my way over there, and we'll catch up when I get there. So, we shall speak soon. And so here we are in a very, very different area of space, looking very, very beautiful, has to be said, as we go through that. I guess I'm gonna call it a nebula, and we're now approaching New Romulus. We're further away from home than we have ever been before. Truly, some kind of explorer, and we are here now. I'm aware, of course, there is a big expansion to the game where you do play as the Romulans and you get involved in this kind of Romulan plotline. In fact, we've even seen we've even seen some of that in some of the dialogue that we've had from Mr. Nimoy, but I haven't played any of that, so I'm hoping I won't kind of get any spoilers here, because I kind of wanted to play through the kind of Federation plot lines first. And I believe from what some of you guys have been saying that they link up, the plot lines kind of do link up eventually, but we shall see. So we'll start Sphere of Influence. This is my first ever featured episode. No idea what to expect, so I hope it impresses me, and I hope it's kind of fun to watch. So here we are.
Welcome to New Romulus.
Oh, it's voiced. It was voiced. The 3 words were voiced. Welcome to New Romulus, Lieutenant Commander. I am Frederick, and I serve as liaison officer for the Titan. As you can see, we've stabilized the environment in this area as part of our investigations of the gateway. Protective gear is no longer necessary. Admiral is waiting for you in the gateway. Report to Admiral. Whoa! That's cool and scary all at the same time. Why would you build here, and why would I stand on it? These are many questions that I need answers to. I need answers. And more importantly, I need to find Admiral. Okay, that's a lovely graphic and image. Does have to be said. It's similar. It's like Fires of Mordor, except with a little Star Trek observation booth above it. How cool would it be to have some sort of, I mean, it wouldn't be cool, but some sort of mashup where it turns out that there was like some sort of Star Trek observation team watching Frodo throw the ring all the time. I think it would kill all kinds of continuity and everything, I'm sure, but you know, these are the mashups that must occur. Oh, and there we have more flames, more burning, and hopefully Admiral. Here he is. Hi. Are you Admiral? No, really, are you?
Welcome.
Thank you. You're very quiet, even though you seem to have more to say. The Romulan Republic is here, along with representatives of our allies, the Federation, the Klingon Empire, to witness the dawn of a new age. I'm not even going to look at you, I'm just going to look down at my little clipboard thing. I'm not interested in your presence. What are you? You're just a Lieutenant Commander after all. Harnessing the power of this gateway will change everything for our people. Yes, we must be cautious, blah blah blah. The Duins tried to do the same, it destroyed them, but we're far cleverer than that, as you can see from the amount of scars on my face. We have a few final adjustments to make, and then we'll be ready to...
You think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened.
It's Worf!
And what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld.
It's Worf, like in a kind of white costume, like Jesus. It's like Jesus Worf, the son of Moog, returns to save the world by sacrificing himself.
I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
Kind of spoiling the party there, Worf. I mean, we're kind of all here with the kind of gateway, you know, we've watched Stargate, we're kind of happy, we want to do some kind of cool universe exploring, and you've kind of turned up with your, like, you know, Book of Worf Chapter 4, and it's, you're killing the mood. The Vulcan dude looks a little bit upset, or as upset as people do without emotions.
No problem.
I'll do the rest of the words for you then, Lieutenant Commander. Ambassador Worf was invited here because of his expertise with gateways. He loves gateways. You should get him talking about arches and square doorways and even the occasional cave. He has been voicing his concerns with our decision to activate the gateway, but my science teams are convinced that he's basically wrong. Have none of these guys played Half-Life? Have none of them played, you know, the opening mission? You know, you set it all up, you experiment, you're like, oh yeah, everything will be fine, and then crash, 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 alien invasion everywhere, and all you've got is a wrench. All you've got is a wrench. Come on, man. Titan and the Senate believe this is an important step, and I'm going to waste time by telling you things. We respect everyone. We're really clever. It's all going to go horribly wrong. In the interest of easing some concerns, Ambassador, I invite you to take a final check. Perhaps Lieutenant Commander TheAdiposeTV would be willing to assist you. I am so ready.
Admiral I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Understood. This is just going to make me walk around and scan a load of boxes, isn't it? Wow, Worf's got like badass Wookiee trousers. Like, he looks like a Wookiee from behind. He's like Jesus Wookiee. Arrgh! Let's walk really slowly over here. Scan it. Say something intelligent. Maybe moan about the safety, and then move on. Who do I have to speak to? Let's speak to you, who seems to be scanning Worf's crotch repeatedly.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I'm sorry to disturb you from your scanning of Worf's crotch, but I don't mean to be so distracted, but it's taken a lot of work and late nights to get here. Finally, we're ready. We've considered everything that could go wrong and planning for any contingency. They weren't as advanced as we were. We're far better. Just look at our haircuts. We clearly have thought about everything that could possibly happen. There's some risk, but anything worth doing has some risk, especially if it involves blowing up our second homeworld.
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
That's not very respectful. If you want, I'll review the data Lieutenant Commander Adipose can review the power variance coefficient numbers. Yes, I can. I'd love to review the power variance coefficient numbers. I mean, ignore the fact that I'm a starship, you know, captain, been blowing things up, saved the universe a couple of times already, but I would love to review some power variance coefficient numbers. How do I do that then? Apparently I just do. What do I do? Just sit on my calculator, do some maths? Right, is there like a... Here we go. Right, cool. Let's review those variance coefficient and carry the 3. I'd like to turn... ooh, okay, the power from the beta feed is dropping. Might need to speak to Scooter about that one. But I believe it's the power of variance monitors I'm particularly interested in. Good, they're all within acceptable limits. Ooh, an epsilon of 9. Oh, I always preferred 8.5 myself, but these guys seem to know what they're doing. I've done it. I've done it. Let me go back over here and tell you that I've done it.
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
God, what am I supposed to do? Memorize it? God, you've got to be kidding. I've got to write this stuff down. I'm supposed to be shooting things and blowing stuff up and memorizing. God damn numbers. If she sends me back to memorize the rest of this stuff, it's going to be pain in my butt. Right, hang on. So it's 14.7. Oh, do I need to write? I actually don't have a pen because I have a computer. And I don't want to alt-tab out because that'll ruin the recording. Okay, so 14, 77, 47, 38, 9. There's no pattern there, is it? 14, it goes up, down, 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 down. Up, down, 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 down. Okay, we'll up. Oh, God, this isn't going too well. I'm going to tell her wrong, and then I'm going to cause the second invasion of the planet. Alpha was 14. Gamma was... it was up. I thought it was like 70... oh, no, hang on. It was Beta was 77, so then Gamma was 47.
Yes, that's correct. Gamma
And then Delta was the one down even more, maybe? It was one of the bottom two, because it was up or down. Beta, Delta. Maybe it was 38. As you can see, Ambassador, we have all the numbers perfectly in order. Does that satisfy you?
Your numbers may be correct.
I think I've got that right. Yes, come on, numbers. Yeah, yeah, come on.
Side of a holodeck? Well, I have. I was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen.
She's not really listening. She's just scanning stuff. And to be honest, I'm not that interested in listening either. I'm quite excited about getting back to those numbers over there, Worf. So kind of maybe speed it up.
Seldom survive contact with the enemy.
What enemy? Perhaps we should speak with the engineering teams, Worf. They might be more interested in this stuff that you're talking about.
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
Oh, God, not more numbers. Yes, we'll speak to Malek next. He will ask me other questions that I have to go and wake up. Let's go over here and talk to Commander Malek, who has shaved off different parts of his hair, leaving only a small bit of hair on the top. Is Worf just chatting away to himself? No, I'm very displeased. I want to tell everyone how displeased I am. Look, I am a Wookiee. Okay, so Malek.
I appreciate you speaking up about your concerns.
Thank you. If our projections are off, we could end up freezing to death in caves, just like the do it. Freezing to death. Freezing to death. You're right, that's clearly a concern here, guys. The gateway is an extremely valuable resource, but is it worth losing everything we've built here? I have new numbers for you.
Finally.
Do you want a full-time job here? No, I really, really don't want to spend my time taking numbers around. Why couldn't you go and look at that? The machine's literally there. These aren't too bad, better than what we had before. Maybe this will work after all. That's good.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
You're such a sourpuss. Such a sourpuss.
Why? We're on a deadline.
Wow, you two should get together later and maybe talk about how everything's crap. Everything in the whole universe is just crap. He's got quite a cool little costume though. Do you like that jacket? Little kind of leather trousers as well. It's somewhere between a riding costume and a badass costume. My team has the geothermal tap operational. Geothermal tap. And with the proper numbers, yes, numbers, we can finally align the power flow to the gateway and activate it again. I'd be happy to discuss your concerns with you, Ambassador, over a drink. Maybe later. Blah, blah, blah. Lieutenant Commander, could you help? My team are busy with some tap. Is that like a euphemism for drugs or something? I'd ask Adriana to do it, but she's got her hands full as it is, whoever she is. What am I doing? Datan invited you here. It's a good reason. He's a good man. I trust him. He thinks you feel unsafe. Listen, blah, blah, blah.
We can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us. Show me your projections.
I'll activate the consoles and monitor the power readings. There's no reason why anyone else would do this. After all, my engineer's just sitting around playing chess. God, right. If I wanted to do this, I would have picked an engineering officer. I picked tactical officer. I want to shoot things. And oh my god, I've broken this. Crap. Has anyone seen? No one's noticed. Maybe I can... Was it doing that before? I'm pretty sure it wasn't doing that before, but no one seems to have noticed me, so let's just see if I can fix it before anything goes worse. Okay, it's all kind of twirling. Maybe there's like a kind of an emergency shut-off button over here or something. Or just something that kind of basically makes out that someone else did it. Or better yet, maybe a transporter. I'll go and do a different mission. Let's go and, like, I don't know, go scan for Ewoks or something. Don't muck it up! Oh, okay, I've activated the tentacles. Hang on, no, I've seen these things were actually in Half-Life. This is a terrible, terrible thing to do. All we need is some sort of kind of minecart to push around that we need to push into this, and then we're pretty screwed. Malik, you know how I was just supposed to get you some numbers?
The numbers
well,
are good. Something seems off.
Yes, I seem to have changed the whole shape of the room.
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this.
Yeah.
Could it be because of the power source you're using?
I'm pretty sure it's the power source. Yep, you're right, Wolf.
Readings like this make me wonder.
Yeah. Now you open up a door, and that means there's got to be something on the other side. Maybe this isn't a one-way trip. Do you think maybe there's something on the other side trying to get in?
The numbers aren't saying that exactly.
No, numbers aren't saying that exactly.
It's a real
The
puzzle.
numbers. This is like that thing with Keith Sutherland. You know that thing when he had the kid, and the kid was like, "Oh yeah, I can see the future in the numbers." I can't remember what it's called now, but you know, maybe this is the guy all grown up with a weird haircut. I understand what the gateway means to people, but I'm concerned about what it could happen if we open it without taking more precautions. Well, can we not just get a really big gun and point it at it?
Captains Sean and Corin have been consulting with Kararek's security forces.
Great, Wolf.
I will ask Corin to deploy some of her finest warriors.
Good. You love that word, don't you? Warriors. God, say it again, Wolf. Warriors. One more time. Come
I
on.
do not know Captain Sean.
It's not warriors. Come
but
on. Warriors.
He commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man.
An enterprise, as in the enterprise?
He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others here. I am certain he has considered all the options.
I'll speak with Sean and say the word warriors to him and see perhaps what our options are. God, just a message boy. Where the hell is Captain Sean? Do you look like Captain Sean? No, you're Captain Corin. You're Admiral Kekekekekek. You're Liaison Fred. Are you Captain Sean? No, you're not Captain. What the hell? Has anyone seen Captain Sean? There's nothing on the blooming map. I don't think there's anything on the blooming map. Can I zoom in on here? Map! Alright, it's going down a little bit. Right, it's that way. Captain Sean? Excuse me, Captain Sean, I need to show you this number. It's a very big number. I think I may have discovered the square root of pi. No, this is not Captain Sean. Are you Captain Sean? No, you're just engineering stuff. Are you Captain Sean? Well, what's the point of this big green ring on the map if none of you are Captain Sean? You're Captain Sean. Ooh, an Andorian. Looking a very macho one as well, and I see you've brought your concubine. Hello, little man. Ooh! Whoa! Ho, 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 ho. I very nearly dived into the abyss.
How may I assist you?
I need to tell you about some numbers. Have you ever heard of the number 7?
The team looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
Actually, Ambassador Worf, you know, the guy over there that looks like a Klingon Jesus and a Wookiee, has some concerns about the gateway. And because he can't come over and chat with a Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows in his own delegation, he's sending you instead. Interesting. Tell him I, share in his concerns about the gateway. What does he think we should do? Well, he wants an option to neutralize the gateway if we need to.
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Some things are too powerful for anyone to have. Still, it's my job to do what Enterprise Command orders and maybe, just maybe, hold my chin while meeting the gaze of the man across the other side of the room. Well, hello. Blah, 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 blah. Contingency plans. If Corrin is bringing in extra ground troops to help with unwelcome visitors, that should help. My chief engineer worked up a small spatial charges with enough power to take up the gateway. If we attach them to the base of the pylons, we can just blow the whole thing up. I don't want to use them if we have to, but we're here at the Romulans' invitation after all, but it's always good to have a backup plan. Well, I think if we're here at the Romulans' invitation, the most polite thing we could do is wire up the whole thing to explode. That's a good plan. I'll put one of those bombs on this thing that I accidentally activated earlier, and then I'll put one over here as well. I'm sure the Romulans won't notice. They're far too busy chatting about whether they prefer even numbers or odd numbers. Oh, hang on. What are you? Ah, good idea. Okay, good. I'm glad you like it, mate. Thought of it myself, I did. Now, where am I going now? I'm not going anywhere. I don't have an instruction. I'm directionless. Let's go and speak to Commander Malak again. Hello? No? Or do I need to put more charges now? No, I can't put more charges around. Well, what am I supposed to do then? I pressed the wrong button. Ah! I need to... Blah, 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 blah. I need to... return to Kekekekek. God, which one was Kekekek? I've spoken to about so many guys here and carried messages from so many guys to other guys that I forgot which one was Kekekek. Now, you're Sean, and you're Malak. I think he was the guy I first spoke to. Maybe I should just follow Worf. Excuse me, are you Kekekek? No, you're Captain Corrin. You're Kekekek. You're the one that didn't really want to speak to me in the first place. Hello.
All the preparations are complete. I see no reason to delay.
Prepare to activate the gateway. Oh my god! Okay. Okay, I'm ready to witness the gate activation. Open involves steam. Ooh, it involves a cutscene. And patching a file.
Initiating final power transfer.
I swear that's the voice of the scientist from Half-Life. Gordon! Gordon, all of the levels seem to be at the right thing. Oh, something's gone wrong. This is what I'm like when I used to have to tune my TV in the 1990s.
Abort! Abort the mission!
It's the Kraken! It's the Kraken!
No objection. Get everyone out of the way.
Uh-oh. We're trapped in there, Captain.
Into the gateway. Now!
Into the gateway? How's that a good idea? It's blowing up everything. Oh, they're all disappearing. And there's me and Worf running together just like we did as children. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our half-an-hour time limit. If you would like to discover what happens through the other side of the gateway, then first of all, you need to give the video a bit of a thumbs up. And secondly, you need to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys real soon. If you've enjoyed it or have got any tips for me, I'm always happy to listen, and I will continue to travel around soon. Take care, bye-bye.